What was that noise?
Probably someone living in here.
The sign on these says, "Do not store anything heat sensitive inside." There's nothing in there but dust.
I guess that's not heat sensitive.
Looks like this is where the bulk of the controls are.
Ah, train puzzles. Lovely.
I think I remember Dad having this exact same one in his shop.
Well, well, Dad. Nice. Is that a very pixelated butt? Probably.
Not giving a very accurate reading currently.
Are we gonna drive a train?
I can't think of anything I could do with that. Not giving a... I'm not...
I pressed a button. Does nothing.
You've seen one button, you've seen them all.
Yep.
I have no clue what this does.
Okay.
Must be a part of some old intercom system. Hello? Nothing.
Oh, they must be shy.
Doesn't seem to have done much.
Power must be off.
Most of the text is faded, but I can make out the words McNulty Hatch Corp at the bottom. Not giving a... Looks like a gear shift. It's stuck in place.
So I probably need a key or something to turn on the power for this. Can't do much now. Yeah, fuel system.
Interesting. Looks like some kind of manually controlled fuel regulator. It doesn't seem to do much. Makes sense, considering the train's not using any fuel right now.
Can it run on salt? Because that's the only fuel that I can find.
It doesn't seem to do much. Makes sense, consider... Interesting. Look... What are those doing in here? These look like the types of books Nelson collects. That thing looks really old. It's no good. Looks like it all evaporated quite a while ago.
But it can be used as a weapon. You can never have too many weapons, am I right, Amy?
That's where the locomotive's guts are. There can't be anything of much use in there now, though. I'm not sure
Not sure. Okay. Well, there was a noise, and it's probably someone hiding. And we need to find them, and there's a spider there. It makes me nervous. Well, this is nice.
I don't think I've ever seen them grow so lush indoors, or anywhere for that matter. I don't want to...
Someone's building a little greenhouse in here.
A footstool. Is there really a need for comfort in a place like this?
Yeah, this looks perfectly livable.
It's beautiful.
It really is. It looks like trees that grow in a marsh.
I might accidentally harm it if I do that. I wish I could put my feet up on something, but now isn't the time. Looks like some kind of storage hatch. There's a little plaque on it that says McNulty Hatch Corp. It's sealed tight. I won't be able to open it like this.
But I will have to open it, probably.
Someone around here has got a green thumb.
Someone has like a green arm. I can't keep plants alive, I don't know why. Except cacti, because they don't require you to do anything.
I don't know the first thing about caring for plants.
You and me both, Amy.
A bunch of records. I've never even heard of half of these artists.
Oh, but there's a record player and it's probably missing an arm.
Messing around with this record player isn't my highest priority right now.
Oh, play some music, obviously.
Messing around with this record player, it doesn't look to be in very good shape.
That's why I want to fix it.
Messing around with it...
Oh, fine, we'll do it later.
It's blank. I don't need any notepaper. A few loose books. Nothing really jumps out at me. Nothing to it.
Hatch. Luggage okay. People not okay. To unlock it, 251. Okay, got it.
I haven't got time for reading right now.
No, I think we have a little bit of time, but okay. So we need to open the hatch. Oh, someone has like a dog or cat or whatever.
This looks like it was used recently.
Where's the pet?
I don't want to get too close. It smells like old tuna.
Probably a cat then. I didn't see a keypad. Or maybe it's like the button set that didn't have any numbers on it. Maybe. So would it be 2, 5, 1? I guess not. Fail.
Doesn't seem to have done much. I think I heard something coming from the next car.
There you were, you little panel. This secret panel, this hatchy panel. What did that do? Hopefully there's not a dead body inside.
Hold it right there. Keep your hands where I can see them and don't make any sudden moves. Now who are you and what are you doing on my train?
My name is Amy Wellard, and I mean you no harm. I'm a friend.
A friend, huh? You can't fool me. I know a scavenger when I see one. Lucky for you, I'm not in the mood to clean up any messes today. I'll let you see yourself out, but if you touch anything, you're gonna have to answer to old Betsy here. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood, old Betsy, but I have this coin.
Come on out here, you old flea bag. Ain't nothing too dangerous out here.
No, it is a kitty.
I know. I'll feed you now, you old beggar.
Hey, so, we should chat.
Still here, huh? I got my eye on you, so don't try anything funny.
Oh, it's a kitty.
He looks better fed than most people I know.
Understatement of the year right there.
He's a spoiled kitty. Where did you get his tuna? Where did you find tuna? Because where?
He's busy. She doesn't look to be the friendly type.
Well, it's the wasteland. You gotta be rough.
Hi.
What is it?
What is it?
Do you live here all alone?
No, I got that fatso over there to keep me company, and it suits me fine.
Surviving in the wastes can't be easy.
Take a look around. I got everything I need here, and what I don't have, I go out and find.
So, you're a scavenger?
No, I don't go into places where people live and take their things.
I'm not here to steal anything. I didn't even know you lived here.
Uh-huh.
Hey, listen, I found your key somewhere. Where is your key, by the way? Are you missing a key?
Where did you find all these things? I haven't seen living trees in the wastes for a long time.
I didn't find it anywhere. It's all mine. I just carted it all out here when I shacked up on this train.
Where did you come from?
That's really none of your business.
What do you know about the Reaper?
The Reaper? I remember hearing some rumors about a guy they were calling the Reaper, way back around the time the plague started. Supposedly there were some burrs that meant he was coming to kill you, but I never ran into him myself. Hadn't thought about that in years, actually.
I've got the perfect life. I doubt she's a part of any faction, but okay.
I just want you to know, I've got the perfect life.
Good for you. My life would be perfect if you got off my train.
I'll just be on my way.
But before I leave...
I haven't got time to be looking at your
Oh, I thought this would do so I can fix your record player. Maybe that's where the music was coming from. Aw, the penny dropped. The penny literally dropped. I'm gonna drop the penny.
I don't see how...
I can't drop. Look, I dropped it.
I haven't got time.
But...
This is just like the one Mom and Dad used to have. It looks like it's missing the needle, but fixing it wouldn't be too tough.
And this is how I'm gonna gain her trust.
I don't see how I can use that there. Fits perfectly. That should work now. It seems to spin all right. It's a little corroded, but it looks like there's a couple of flowers on this plaque. Must be the logo of the company that made this. This is where the sound comes out. I don't want to
Hey, look what I did.
Hi.
What is it?
Your record player's fixed?
Is that right? And what exactly are you expecting from me in return?
Nothing. Look, I'm not here to get something from you. Why I'm here has nothing to do with you.
Well, that's how the world works. Nobody does something good for nothing.
Some people do. I think you've been out here so long, you've forgotten humans can be good once in a while.
This world eats good people for breakfast. I don't know what you're looking for, but I hope you find it.
I'll just be on my way.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Well, here's the dealio. I was kind of led to your train, so I'm sure you have something that you can help with.
I don't think she'd be interested in that.
Why do I still have this with me? Huh.
He's busy.
He's busy. I'm not gonna shoot her. I wish she was more interested in my coin, though.
Hey, where did you find that?
Over near Sector 67, do you know anything about it? I noticed the logo on the coin was the same as on this train.
It's the logo for South Coast Transit. They own this railroad along with the public transportation system in the city. That there is a subway token. Before the blast, people would use those to ride the train underneath the city.
Really? I had no idea there was an underground train in the city.
Doesn't surprise me. Almost all the stations collapsed after the blast. There's only one left standing.
Where can I find it?
It's not too far from the quarantine zone. Just head up Roth Avenue and keep your eye out for the Wallies. The station is right next to it. Be careful down there. There's a whole network of tunnels. Don't want you to get lost.
Don't worry, I'm not planning on wandering around any tunnel mazes.
I think you're getting a bit sentimental, aren't you, old Betsy? But thanks for the heads up. I guess we're not gonna be driving the train to there? We're just gonna go by foot. Dead people everywhere, and nobody bothered to pick them up. What the hell?
I think Wally's used to be a pretty famous department store. I vaguely remember Mom and Dad talking about it. The letter L looks like it's pretty close to falling off. That did it.
Yep, I definitely need an L. That was worth a bolt.
This thing survived being shot and falling. I'd say it's pretty sturdy. Kind of big to be lugging around too much, though.
Yeah, but you have, like, endless pockets.
My trusty crossbow. It's out of ammo right now.
Couldn't you just pick up the bolt? It's not like it disintegrates.
I wonder if this person died trying to escape the quarantine zone. Nothing useful that I can see. I can just see the wall that's separating the rest of the city from the quarantine zone. No thanks.
Well, look at you, foreground, being all creepy and stuff.
It's not every day you get to see an underground river. The damage from the blast really did a number on this station. It's just hanging there. That's kind of grotesque.
Yeah, it's quite terrifying, actually.
I'd really rather not touch it.
Might come alive. Good idea.
How on earth did this get down here? I can't reach it.
Well, so you don't want to go swimming?
Looks like that's the way in.
There we go.
There, that should work.
Thank you, Elle. Man, it looks like corpses trying to reach out for me. This is scary.
It's stuck.
Ah ha 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 ha. Awkward
Well,
laugh.
It accepted my token.
And we go through.
Great. Another collapse.
This is not a very safe place, is it?
I'm glad this didn't decide to collapse 5 minutes later.
Yep.
Formerly part of the ceiling, from the looks of things. Look at that. There was a whole underground train network in this area. Amazing. Unfortunately, it won't come off the wall.
I know, it would go wonderfully in your shop.
Handy to know where you are.
Roth.
Look at that. Creepy. Those are some nice gloves it's got on, though.
Gimme, gimme.
It's just out of reach.
Oh, I want those gloves. Oh, we can get out. Oh, hello.
There's a trapdoor at the top of these stairs, but it seems to be locked from the other side.
No problem.
There's no way I'm going to be able to get through there. Nice dress. I wonder when that style was last in fashion.
What, ripped dresses? Probably now, actually.
Still on the rack, though not in very good shape.
No, not at all.
Nothing on there worth taking. I don't think it... Not my style. Now there's an interesting outfit. It's wearing the tattered remains of some kind of sports uniform. Nice accessory. Really sells the sporting image.
Can I take it? Hey, awesome. I am getting, like, ready for war.
Thankfully, it looks like it's been abandoned.
Wow, what kind of spider builds such a web? It's like half of Amy. This is a huge web.
It's tangled up around that pile of debris. It's tangled up too tightly to undo by hand.
I can cut it, I think.
A nice piece of rope and a freed mannequin. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Ah, now I can get the lovely gloves and be all fashionable. Gimme, 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 gimme.
Creepy. Those are some nice gloves it's got on, though. I shouldn't mess with it. They're not in bad shape. Won't be much use if I need to protect my hands, though.
Yeah, but your hands won't get cold. That's a plus. Alrighty. Man, these freak me out. I don't like mannequins. they're so creepy.
Looks like this person was crushed by the ceiling. What an awful end.
They just left them here for forever.
Too late to help now. Doesn't look like there's anything useful on the body either.
I can't go in there, but I can keep going upstairs.
It goes up to the next floor. These don't look to be in very good condition. Doesn't look like they're even worth examining for parts. An old shop vac. I haven't seen one in ages. It won't have any parts I need. These things are pretty useless.
I guess I'm still looking for parts for the car. I haven't found any though.
Pretty small for an anchor. I bet it doesn't weigh too much.
Can we take it?
I can't reach inside the display case.
Ah, batter up.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. This anchor is pretty small. I don't think it would work on anything larger than a dinghy.
Still pretty heavy though. You're lugging around quite a lot of weapons. And gloves.
I feel kinda bad about vandalizing this place, but it's not like anyone will notice.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Better not mess around too much with the broken glass.
Or you can just pick up a shard and add it to your ever-expanding collection of weapons.
Appliances. Appliances.
Appliances.
This fridge still looks like it's doing okay.
It looks fancy. I like it.
Not surprisingly, it's empty. I'm going to need something to open up the side if I want to scavenge for parts.
Oh. I need something... Okay.
I don't see how... This isn't in as good a condition as I thought. Only useful part in here is this fuse. I might as well hang on to it.
Makes me think, like, have I been missing parts throughout the game? I pretty much explored everything that I could see on a screen. I don't think I missed any parts.
It's still in relatively good condition.
Interesting.
Looks like this is my only way up.
If it still works, you mean?
I'll bet these are the controls for the elevator, assuming they still work. Dead, although I might be able to take a look inside and get it working again.
Let me guess, I need a fuse. I can't really recall having an adventure game that was set in modern-ish times where there wasn't a fuse-related puzzle. It's just classic, you know? Fuses are classic adventure gaming items.
That might be a good idea, but there's not much I can do while the panel is covered.
Well, let's just trash it then.
Smashing the controls isn't going to solve anything.
Okay, fine. I guess it requires a bit more finesse.
There, that wasn't so tough. I sure hope this works.
Presto!
Here goes nothing.
Well, this is pretty not in good shape.
A bunch of old office furniture, from the look of it. There's nothing worth salvaging here. A bunch of old... That pile of rubble forms a ramp up to the opening. If I could get up there, I'd be able to climb it. Looks like that's my next destination. If only it were that easy.
If only, but I do have a length of rope.
Slightly frayed in some places, but overall it should hold up. I don't see how it... Not a bad idea, but I can't loop the rope around the girder from down here.
But from where?
I'm guessing this used to support the structure before it collapsed. Not a bad idea.
Damn, Amy, you've got like a serious throwing arm.
Ooh, that was more of a climb than I anticipated.
Looks like someone lives here.
What is this place?
Peaceful, that's what it is.
It looks like a giant raven. Seeing that thing gliding around the sky would definitely be intimidating. I don't know the first thing about hang gliding. I'd probably just fall straight down to the ground. I wonder if there was once a raven in there. There's nothing inside except an old birdcage liner. I'd rather not touch it.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Reminds me of the one in the rebel hideout.
Except less fancy and wiggy.
There's nothing on it. I don't see how I can use that there.
I just thought it might use some gloves. You never know.
A sketch of the Reaper. Lots of little design notes written around the sides.
It's a nice place.
Ugh, looks like it's got fungus growing out of it.
Well, it's got life growing out of it. It's not that bad. Nice place.
I wouldn't want to ruin the drawing.
I would like to look at it, though.
I wouldn't want a sketch.
Okay.
Those look to be mostly medical textbooks.
So this is where the doctor lives.
I haven't got time for reading now. Those look to be mostly I had something like this when I was a kid. A jar of dirt where bugs lived. It's too high to reach.
Do I need to reach it? I doubt it.
Reminds me of an old dress-up doll I used to have when I was a kid.
Different times.
I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. I guess this is the Reaper's base of operations.
I think, Amy, he might be human, and not all mythical and shit.
It's fake, I hope. It's too high to reach. I guess...
Oh yeah, he was building mechanical ravens.
Weird. I wonder what these are for. Aha! Just what I thought. They're mechanical. Full of lots of unmarked bottles. I wonder what they're for. Full of... Anatomy, infectious diseases, biology. Quite a collection. Anatomy... These look like security monitors. What are they doing here?
Ah, Amy Wellard. You found me. I was hoping you would.
How did you...
I realize you probably have many questions.
Yeah.
I can give you all the answers you need. But first, allow me to make myself more presentable.
So you are human.
Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were expecting more.
I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. You told me you were a doctor.
Yes, Dr. Edwin Aquino, at your service. I was once the leader of the Green Lung vaccine development team, but after learning about their vaccine distribution, or lack thereof, that quickly changed.
Hang on, you knew about the vaccine hoarding? Why didn't you tell anyone?
That would have started violent riots. It's not fair to begin a civil war when it would end without a cure for the illness. I wanted to say something. It hurt not to, but the time wasn't right.
You didn't think the people deserved to know?
They do, and they will. But not while we only have a vaccine and not a cure. With a permanent cure, the aristocracy's hoarding becomes irrelevant, and the focus will be on eradicating the disease.
I guess that makes sense. Why the mechanical ravens? What do they do?
Rather clever little inventions, wouldn't you say? They have video transmitters in their eyes and audio transmitters in their beaks. I use them as scouts, since I can control them remotely.
Did you make them?
No, someone else did, a long time ago. In any case, they've served me quite well, at least the ones that haven't broken. I have very few left, which is going to be a problem at some point.
You've been following me with your birds. Why am I of such interest to you?
You did a lottery job for the Ministry of Energy.
That's right. What of it?
You've got the disease. You're fighting to survive. You're clever and resourceful. Exactly what I need.
Exactly what do you need?
After I left the Ministry of Medicine, I began my attempts at developing a permanent cure for green lung. It was a long process, which took over 10 years, but just last month, I had a breakthrough and was able to make this.
Is that...
Yes, this is the cure for green lung. I've been testing it and it seems to work, but I need to be certain. Aside from that, I don't have the information necessary to mass produce the cure, though I suspect Tiberius keeps it somewhere in the Ministry of Energy.
So what is it you need from me?
We're both fugitives, Amy. I can't put myself at risk by going to the places I need to. If I'm killed or captured, my research will have all been for nothing. You can clearly take care of yourself. I saw how you handled things at Rockwall Prison and Willowdale Plaza.
You helped me out both of those times.
I merely provided some assistance. Your survival was your own doing. Now I realize it's a bit much to ask, but your help would be incredibly valuable, not just to me, but to the future of humanity.
It's not really much to ask. I owe you my life, after all.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. The main thing I need is to find out where Tiberius is keeping my research on mass production. At some point, I'll also need a subject to test the cure on, so I can be absolutely sure it works. Do you have any questions?
You can use it on me, but I guess you just have a very limited supply.
Why do you dress like that?
Intimidation, mainly. The work I do is not exactly looked upon favorably by the government, so I had to come up with a way to make sure I was left alone. The costume is just to make sure anyone who might happen to see me is scared off.
So you knew of the rumors about the Reaper and decided to become him yourself?
No, I'm the one who started them. Creating the image of death personified seemed a natural deterrent for anyone who might get too close. Thankfully, the rumors seem to have spread rather quickly over the years.
You aren't kidding. There's a whole cult dedicated to worshipping you.
Ah, yes, I know of them. An extreme example, but I can't deny it helps my work.
Well, it kind of led me to you, so good job, cultists.
About your subject, can I try the cure?
I'd like to, but it's far too risky. You are one of my greatest assets right now. If this proves to have any adverse side effects, I'll be without your help. Once I can mass produce this, I won't have to be so careful.
Yeah, but I still would like you to work out the kinks in it, you know?
How can we find the mass production information?
Ideally, I could use my ravens to go in and locate it, but I only have 3 working ones left. And as you're well aware, Tiberius's tower is huge. It would take way too long for only 3 ravens to scan the entire place without being detected.
Could I take a look at one of them?
Of course.
Who did you say made these?
A friend in the Ministry of Knowledge, but that was ages ago. I know very little about their design.
It isn't too complex, actually. I can fix them for you, no problem.
You can?
Sure. See this bit here? That's the servo, the part that controls the wings. It's worn out, so I just need to replace it with a new one.
Are those common? Would we be able to find one or more in the city?
Well, I learned about them from working on toy airplanes that my friend had when we were kids. If we could find some, we'd be in business.
I wonder. Yes, excellent. As I suspected, there's a hobby shop which has remained mostly intact further in the city, and I can see that they have several model airplanes.
Great, I'll go get them and fix your ravens in no time.
Yes, but the store is located in the quarantine zone.
So, I have nothing to worry about. I'm already infected.
You contracting green lung isn't my concern. It's how you're going to get back out. The quarantine zone is designed to keep people from escaping.
If I can find a way in, I'll just have to find a way out, won't I?
Fine. While you're there, see if you can bring someone back with you. Someone who has been quarantined will make an ideal subject to test the cure on.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Take this then.
What is it?
A 2-way communicator. They used to call them walkie-talkies. We can use them to stay connected while you're in there.
Awesome. You have a lot of good technology around, man.
Can you tell me anything about Tiberius?
Quite a bit. I've known him for a very long time. Since before the bombs, in fact. Was there anything specific you wanted to know?
What was Tiberius like before the bombs?
He was the director of the Ministry of Energy. Of course, back then he wasn't calling himself Tiberius. He was just Julian. After society collapsed, he took the initiative to reform and establish the aristocracy. His love for history led him to adopt the alias of Tiberius, as well as insisting the other aristocrats take the name of ancient Roman emperors.
Why does he wear that awful mask?
Anonymity. He felt government leaders are more respected as an institution rather than as people. I can't deny that this approach works extremely well.
Was he always so evil?
I wouldn't call him that. Manipulative, yes. Ruthless, undoubtedly. But not evil. He suffered immense trauma on the day the bombs fell.
Everyone did. Not all of us had the wealth to recover so easily.
Tiberius lost both his wife and unborn child that day. Wealth or not, that hits a man hard. It left him quite mentally unstable, to be honest. His determination to rebuild society was rooted in trying to cope with his loss. In a way, I felt pity for him. Perhaps too much.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Never mind.
No, we're talking now. You can tell me anything. I mean, we've known each other for the past 10 minutes.
Strange for him to have a soothsayer for an assistant. How is he qualified?
Superstition is a very powerful force. I'm living proof of that. I never had many dealings with the soothsayer, but I believe he came from somewhere outside the city. Tiberius finds comfort in being able to have a channel to the supposed other side. While I don't share his beliefs, I can't particularly fault him for having them.
That's all for now.
Fair enough.
I'll just get to it then.
Good luck, Amy. By the way, that doorway back there will allow you to get up and down the tower much easier than climbing.
Oh, cheers. So Tiberius lost his wife and unborn child. Well, that makes sense. I wonder if the thing in the glass bell is his unborn fetus or something. There's something very grim going on in that bell thing he has in his office.
An old radio and some kind of electronic music equipment. They've surely been scavenged for parts. Just as I suspected. Empty. An old radio. Just as I... Nice. I've never heard one of these played before. I'm not a musician or a thief.
I just wanted to try playing the violin a little bit. Okay, so I need to get parts for the ravens. But I'm gonna do that later because it's midnight and I want to go to bed. See you next time.